Visuals, welcome back to Superhero Wednesday and welcome back to the Visual Guys channel. Superhero Wednesday being the day of the week where we talk about anything comic booky, nerdy, whatever it may be. As long as it's weird and as long as it's wonderful, we chuck it in there. We do a bit of flexing, we do a bit of list making, we do a bit of theorising somewhat, not as good as film theory. I also like to do something else, and that's cross another big thing on this channel with this portion, these episodes of the other channel, and that's we like to take Pokemon and chuck them in the world of Superhero Wednesday and give a comic book character from throughout the years their very own Pokemon team, a team of 6. And this time we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to do it with the villain, one of the top 3 main villains of my favourite hero, everybody's favourite hero, Spider-Man. We're going to talk about Dr. Otto and what his 6 Pokemon could look like, with a few reasons why, but of course the best reason and the greatest thing about these videos is your comments down below, because not only do you come up with such better teams, you come up with such better reasons. You absolutely school me and why don't you do this person because of this. I'm like, oh my god, why didn't I see it? Mainly because I'm an idiot, but why didn't I see that? I'm always really freaking excited to see these the comments in these videos and take a look down below. That's fucking weird. And take a look down below at who and how people have schooled me, at who schooled me and how they've schooled me, whatever it may be. But also at the same time, let us know what you think of my team selection and go back and check out some of the other teams we've made. I think we've done about maybe nearly 10 or so of these. They're really fucking fun. I really enjoy them. They're so cool. But apart from that, just shut the fuck up and we'll just stroll straight into Dr. Octo's 6 Pokemon. We're going to start off with Malamar. Yes, we had to include some sort of octopus Pokemon in this, and we've gone for Malamar. And again, I think Malamar is probably the greatest choice for it because Malamar is psychic dark psychic. You can maybe say, oh, there's a dark side to Dr. Octo, but that's not the main reason. Psychic ability, the ability to telepathically do stuff and move stuff, where Dr. Octo genuinely does have a telepathic link between his brain, his mind, and his own tentacles in the back, his own arms, his 4 extra octopus arms and down his spine. So I think them two definitely should coexist together. And Malamar, because he hasn't got a starter, I usually do like to try and give them a starter. I couldn't really find a connection between any of the starters and Doc Ock in this first. So Malamar would have been his first Pokemon. Metagross. Now, why Metagross? Right, I was thinking of, right, we've got the intelligence. Doc Ock is really intelligent. He's an inventor. He's a doctorate in engineering and stuff. And I thought, right, which really smart Pokemon is there out there, which is sort of like mechanically engineering sort of stuff? Yes, Metagross wasn't engineered, but he has the, people say Metagross is formed when a couple of Metangs are fused together with like a supercomputer and stuff, like, and then they have the power and the main brain capacity of a supercomputer. He's really intelligent. He's great with computers. He's great at inventing it, and plus the psychic thing still fits in. The steel obviously, and the metal, I should say, of his arms. I feel like that all fits in quite nicely. Plus he's got a Mega Metagross because I feel like Doc Ock would have the ability, so that gives Metagross the little body and the 4 arms, Doc Ock the body and the 4 arms. I think that one works. Galvantula. Now, of course, I had to chuck a spider in there because he is related to the world of spiders and stuff. But I haven't just been like, there's a spider because of Spider-Man. Right, Doc Ock will always try and one-up and be one better, and he's a bit egotistical and I'm more superior. Spider-Man was Doc Ock all along, but I'm a little bit better. Yes, there's different spiders out there that have different abilities and stuff like that. Some can use electricity and stuff anyway, but I like the idea of just a regular R616 Peter Parker, just normal web slinger, come up against this guy who has a spider that not only just shoots web, it's electricity as well, so you add that dynamic. So we've got like and then Peter Parker not being, he's used to fighting like Shocker and Electro and stuff, but not really when it comes to Doc Ock. So I really like that aspect. Plus it's like in his head it'll be a metaphor like, I've captured a spider, I'll be able to capture and destroy this spider if needs be. I like that. Uxie. Not only did I want Doc Ock to have a legendary, I want a legendary that really sunk. And Uxie is out there for being, there's a few people or contenders for who is the smartest Pokemon of all time, and Uxie's up there with one of them. So I want him to have this legendary Pokemon that he's caught, which is really intelligent. The fact that it would sort of like potentially his ace. Not that Uxie's the most powerful Pokemon on this team. But I just like the fact that you think he's done and dusted, he's only going to got one of the Lake Trio. Plus, I like the aspect that it'll be his insight, his start, because if he ever wanted to control time and space, he would maybe try and get the other two members of the Lake Trio and start building a way through Sinnoh maybe and taking a look at see if he can take down Dialga and Palkia, eventually onto Giratina. I like that little in there, and it started off with his catching of Uxie. But yeah, she's really intelligent, he's really intelligent. She's kind of got technically tail things. Yeah, maybe clutch at straws at that one. Okay, now I wanted to dive into the history of Doc Ock here. Wimpod. Wimpod, on first glance, you might think, how's that connected to Doc Ock whatsoever? There's no octopus relation. There's no intelligence relation. Wimpod, what is Wimpod? Wimpod is probably the most terrified, and I mean terrified Pokemon that has ever been, arguably. I think so. And a famous, well, maybe not famous, but an iconic part of Doc Ock's history was when he once fought Spider-Man. I cannot remember the issue, but there was a moment where he fought Spider-Man, and Spider-Man actually gave him arachnophobia, causing him to be terrified. And then Spider-Man later on went on to purposely lose the fight to save Manhattan, blah, 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 and the whole grand scheme of things. But he was genuinely terrified. He was a terrified supervillain for a short period of time. So I wanted to include that bit of his history with a Pokemon that's always terrified. So I put them together. And finally, what was that? And finally, it is Rotom. Again, why is Rotom connected? Doc Ock has before in the comics died and been brought back to life. And he's also had his whole brain inside of Peter Parker, his mind into Peter Parker, take over the body, become the superior Spider-Man. Rotom, we know, likes to get in TVs, lawnmowers, freezers and stuff like that, fans. We've seen all that before. So I wanted to include the aspect that he's died before, the ghost typing, but as well as the fact that he can go where he's been inside and controlled and manipulated stuff, just like Rotom. And of course, as well, Rotom works inside like your Rotom phone, your Rotom Dex. You know, you use it in your bike and stuff going around the fucking wild area. So your Rotom can form and engineer its way into being different things. He's an engineer. He's died before. He's been inside other stuff. Again, not meant to sound weird. So that's a proper little cool connection, I quite think. That's why I put it. I don't want to do it playing there's Octopus, there's an Octopus, there's an Octopus. There's little things from his comic book history and stuff like that entwined with Pokemon. But that's my sixth and final Pokemon for him. And they should be aligned lovely somewhere on the screen of your vision. What do you think of that team? Do you think it's a cool team? Do you think it all fits for him as his character and his personality and his story and his history and his past, his present and potentially his future? Do you like that? Let me know in the comments below. Or do you think you've got a much better team than my 6 Pokemon for Dr. Octo? And there we go, visuals. That was it. That was this week's edition of Superhero Wednesday. Sorry, any of you actual comic book fans that come here and don't really like Pokemon but have to see it and sit through this. We don't have to sit through it. You can just dislike and say, fuck off, Dan, you prick. Hopefully, even if you don't like it and you still dislike and just want to chill to the end, that's fine. You go for it. You do your thing, bro. But let me know in the comments below, the people that did enjoy this, which comic book character you want next. It doesn't have to be Marvel or DC. It doesn't have to be hero or villain. It can be whoever you want. It can have Alfred's Pokemon. Alfred's. That might be quite cool. Let me know. I'm basically saying suggestions, and like I said, please definitely let me know what you think of that team and what you would change. But apart from that, visuals, thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the fucking best. Remember to always keep being you and keep on web slinging on.